I hear voices in my head. I think I'm going crazy. They're all over the place. Good day to all everyone out there. My name is Quazzar, and welcome back to the Beginner's Guide. I almost forgot the name there. So, last time we... Well, the game is about looking... this game is about looking at different games a friend of the developer created, and all of this. These notes are apparently not actual players. It's the guy himself just leaving them to feel more concluded. And apparently this door is something that is easy for him to convey into his games.
And because there's this dark area between the doors, a space between spaces, before you move on, you get to pause.
Right.
Just for a moment. A few seconds to reflect on and let go of the events that led you here. To step back and connect the pieces together. To grasp at that elusive bigger picture.
Right. Yeah, there's just one note. Like one lone... What is that? How do you leave notes? Just like that. So this is the noise that's all over the fucking place. I cannot hear anything. Right, it's lamppost. Are you there? Please say something. It can be anything. I just need you to say something. Talk to me, please. Why are you having so much difficulty talking? Speak, 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 speak. Right. Your point is, porn stars
this one is tough. It's gonna kind of just spin its own wheels for a few minutes. Hang with it.
Right. This one's tough, you say. Does enter do anything? No, it does not. Picture frame? Oh, door. Okay. Nothing up there. Okay. I mean, they're well designed, honestly. They look like... Most of them look like modern day, like, games, somewhat. Actually, not really. Modern games nowadays are actually going with the old game
this
form.
Is it. The whole
Excuse
game.
me?
And there's nothing that's particularly interesting about it. You just walk to the end of a hallway. Except, for some reason, Coda gets really fixated on this prison that has all of this modern furniture. And I don't know why, but he decides he needs to revisit this prison. He's going to start over, use the same assets, turn it into something else. Okay, cool. Ooh. Here's version 2.
Right. Oh, and it doesn't have any furniture. And it doesn't have a way into the... what furniture ought to go in the center of the room? In the center of the room? Put a giant hole in the ground. Oh, come on. You won't even listen to me. Okay, now what about along the wall of the room? Let's put a huge picture of a horse. I'd really like a washing machine. 10 stoves lined up. Yes, 10 stoves lined up along the wall. Oh, come on. Why are you giving me these choices if you're just gonna put what you want there? I think we should light up this room a bit. A skylight, full ceiling window. Let's open this baby up. I'm thinking 10 by 12 recessed electric 6-inch soft LED ceiling lights with fluorescent trim. We'll put live Tesla coils in each corner. No. I want the 10 by 12 6-inch soft LED. And a table. You need a table. There's already a table. Who are you? Where exactly are you doing this from? I'm pretty sure none of my choices are making a difference. Tables were invented in 1935. I doubt that. I doubt they were made in 1935. Number 2. I'm pretty sure none of my choices matter. Do you call this a I like how I saw it happening, but I just denied it.
But still, it's not really communicating anything. It's kind of just weird for weirdness' sake.
Weird for weirdness' sake. I mean, that's still pretty good.
So okay, he throws it out and starts
Let me
over.
explore it.
This time he comes at the prison idea from a different direction.
Right. From a different direction. Hello, please walk forwards. I'm gonna walk sideways. And now I walk forwards. This guide will enable you to escape an imprisoned environment. Follow the instructions carefully. Take care that you remember each step. First, click on the table. Good. Go over to the photo frame and click and turn slightly. Now turn the floor lamp in this room off, then turn it back on. Now go to the left side sofa, move it over a little. Finally touch the shelves. That's it. In a real prison, the escape will now open. Return to the start to be taken back to your prison. Excuse me? There's just a big return button here. Okay.
And of course, now the table is gone and you can't begin the chain of events to escape.
Yeah. So I can't click
Here's
the
a
table.
version where there are no bars, but you can't actually get to the well. And then a version where the inside of the prison is the outside and the outside is the inside. Let me just blink you real quick through a few.
What?
I mean, he really unloaded on this prison idea. There's nearly a dozen of them.
Right.
Personally,
And this one's in the well.
To see a person basically unraveling through their work. And for what? Like, at what point do you just go, maybe there are game ideas other than this prison that I could be working on?
Upside down.
But Coda doesn't have that voice telling you to stop. That particular mechanism of defense against yourself.
Oh, I can't go. Really?
And so he keeps going and going and going and going and going.
Let me go.
And
Let
then
me
he
go.
hits on
Out.
something.
Oh.
And he likes it. And that's it. He's done. He stops making prisons. This is the very last version of the prison game that he created. And the reason I think it works is that the prison is not actually in it.
So it works because the prison thing isn't in it? Hello? What the fuck? Where am I? Okay. I don't know what just happened. It's ominous. Do not jump scare me. Oh, it might. Excuse me, get in. Hello? Who is this? Hey, it's me. I'm you from after you escaped the prison. You're me? Excuse me? So you were trapped in this prison too? Yep, I was in the furniture maze.
And
yep,
so this
I was
is
in the
what
escape
Coda
tutorial.
wants, is to be able to talk to someone, to share what's on his mind, and to get some good advice from someone who knows. But the irony is that even in this scenario, you're still talking to yourself. You know, all of these games so far are Coda talking to himself.
Actually, I'm already forgetting what being in prison was like. It's strange, but in a way I kind of miss being in the prison. It feels like being completely still and wildly in motion at the same time. Sincere about what? I have no idea. I just chose it. That's exactly what you need to figure out in order to escape. Sure, whatever.
I can see why he considers this a fitting conclusion to the prison games. After all of the obsession and frustration, just to be told by someone you can trust that things are going to be okay. Wouldn't that be nice? So what would it look like if Coda wanted to make a game about talking to someone other than himself?
I have no idea. Okay, the wind is loud. Oh, it was lying in there for a bit. Can I
this
sprint?
environment is meant to represent Coda's puzzle, with the two doors on either side and a dark transitional space between.
Right. Clean. Sure. Well, my goodness. I'm glad as all heck that you showed up. Though I might be having to clean this entire house all by myself, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about me. Sure.
You'll notice that the quality of the art is a step up from previous.
I'm just gonna apologize. I don't care about the selection dialogue. I just care about the dialogue that, like, the narration. Nothing. No other dialogue really.
Games, including this new and improved chat system, which he started using from this point on. From here on out, he begins putting much more effort into the visual polish of his work, and this particular game took 2 months to create as a result.
Now would you please run into the bedroom and make the bed? Where the fuck is the bedroom? Is it this? No, this is the bathroom. This is the bedroom. Make the bed. While you're in there, why don't you straighten out the rug a bit? All the little details matter. Aren't you the house cleaner? Why aren't you cleaning this? Now then, how about you come and clear the dishes off the
games? This house cleaning level almost feels like cleansing. It's the
house cleaning is so
after
difficult.
A particularly difficult or traumatic experience where you just need to let it sit and digest inside of you, and eventually cohere into something meaningful. I know that Coda really liked this game. Of all of his work, actually, this was the only one that he called me up to ask me to come over and look at it. This was during a period of a few months where he was, like, grossly happy all the time, just walked around with a constant smile on his face.
Earlier when I said I had a really cheesy thought, I was going to say that it occurs to me that one's house is a lot like one's soul. You take care of it and it takes care of you. Sure, it's a bit cheesy. Anyway, so, housekeeping. Let's keep doing this. Books, would you please clean up the book? Aren't you that fucking... How did you mess up the books that much? Anything else? Anything else? Like, are you gonna mess up everything else? Question.
But, of course,
do you enjoy this?
It can't last. The music stops, your companion is gone, it's time to leave. The door at the top of the hill is now open
leave.
as well.
Can I go out?
Again, you can't stay in the dark space for too long. You just can't. You have to keep moving. It's how you stay alive.
I thought these were windows, but you can actually go out. So, no, I go upwards. I came from down there. Oh, right, it's 2 doors, and this is the in-between space. Right. Now I understand. A little bit. Go up. You are so slow. Hey, it's a lamppost. Look at it.
Which is the whole point of the puzzle doors, right? That sooner or later you have to pick up and move.
Yes.
I really thought that was the point of it.
It isn't?
This
items you love that
goofy.
members only... What? I can't move. Why did you come here today? Was it to improve your life? No. Was it to get a better job? Yeah, sure. Was it to make your relationship more meaningful? No. You came here to become perfect. That is relative. The workshop is going to teach you how to be perfect. I want your friends, the people in your life, to look at you and think, wow, this person is a better human being than I am. I mean, I'm already on top of that list, so... Right now, who do you think about that way in your own life? Who do you know, the well-developed person, discuss compared to whom you're selfish and grateful? I intended to make you... Perfection is within your grasp. And the question is not how do we do it, but how do we do it effortlessly.
About halfway through the game, the perspective shifts.
What? I mean, no.
And you play as the teacher. And suddenly, you discover that your teacher is just as bigoted and afraid as you are. Oh, and also you can move around the classroom now.
Yeah, I figured that, but can I walk up or no? Yeah, sure. This is the key. How do I choose with no? Just choose the answers. Choose the yellow ones. Oh, I chose the wrong one. Sure. Everyone run. Run!
I felt pretty hard for this one.
Perfection.
I feel like it's one of the most relatable experiences that you can have.
Can I leave?
Assume that some other person is perfect and totally fulfilled in every way, and completely miss all of the little flaws that make them painfully human.
No one's perfect.
This game a lot these days.
No one can be.
This one,
like everyone's perspective on perfect is very different. So what's perfect to one person can be very flawed for another.
Took a lot longer than all the others for Coda to make. It was 4 months between this and the last one. That's twice as long as it took him to make any other game before this, and it's not like it's particularly complex, so I remember I found that a little strange at the time.
No, I'm a bit. I have a little bit of stage fright. Everyone leave. You might not see them, but there are ghosts there. But am I supposed to go out on the stage? Like, oh, guy! Fuck! I didn't expect that. All right, the performance is beginning. Places, please. No. I didn't. We are at a gathering of professionals. Let me just. No. First, you'll start out leaning against this. Okay. Good. Stay right there. The woman across the room in this chair is a professional photographer of animals. I cannot speak. It's your dream to photograph animals professionally. This is your chance to learn something from her, to gain something, to succeed. Go on, say something to her. Hello. Sorry, I have to leave. You're leaving? You can't. Oh, you're letting your animal brain make decisions. Be bigger than that and have an actual conversation. Oh, fine. Blech, the text is too quick. Hello, cones. Can I touch you? Ooh. Yes. Oh, that's fun. Oh, no. I'm just gonna have fun with these. I want to try getting stuck between them, but it won't work. Do you not realize how important this was for me? I'll never get another opportunity like this again. Excuse me. I want to try something. Try stepping back from the stage. No. Actually getting off the stage yet. Where did this come from? Oh, alright. Sure. Does the lamppost end it? Like... Hello? No. Do I... Oh, I'm caged. Okay. Let me just walk. Ah. Okay, yes, now this is working.
Eerie premonition of what's going to happen next in Coda's life.
Ah.
The solution to social anxiety.
I get it.
To fears of having to perform and having to chase success. The answer for Coda is to withdraw. To hide himself away. Which is what leads to scenarios like the stairs that slowed you down several games ago, where it just becomes harder and harder to access Coda's inner landscape because he keeps retreating. He just keeps backing away from possible connections to anyone other than himself. And to be honest, I didn't consider it very healthy when I first played this game. You know, it looked to me like he was trying to justify the idea of just disconnecting yourself from the world. And that wasn't what I wanted for him or for his games. Because I feel like a lot of his games are inviting me to connect with this person, to bring him closer.
What is your point? That's what I'm wondering.
After this, Coda went off and took another 5 months to make a new game.
Mobius Trip. To play this game properly, you must keep your eyes closed. Click to begin the game. They're blind. Help! I'm blind. I can't see anything. Or what's going on? What's going on? Well, it's gonna break. Oh, well, okay, sure, fine. What do I do?
You should probably open your eyes if you haven't already. It's pretty much impossible to solve otherwise. And there is a solution, by the way.
How am I supposed... I'm bursting with creative energy, sure. No, that isn't truth. Right, I wasn't paying attention to it. The only way to stop this is... I can't keep making this my work. I can't keep making this. These... Yes, that's it. That's the truth. Right. I don't feel like it anymore. I'm out of ideas. It's draining me.
First off, he's never been this explicit in his work about exactly what he's thinking. So where's that coming from? But then even weirder, his work has potentially stopped being an outlet for him. Not like he's having trouble iterating on ideas,
I haven't been honest.
He literally just can't think of new ideas anymore. And in person, he was being a lot more distant than usual. Like, you know how sometimes a person will just deflect anything that you say in order to keep themselves disconnected?
I have to work harder?
It was that kind of thing. Here was the point in my relationship with Coda where I really started to wonder if he needed my help in some way. His games are going to get more desperate from here on out. After this game, it's almost 6 months before he finishes something new.
Oh. Hello, where am I? What is this? Excuse me? Where did this island come from? How do I get out of here? Hello, is anyone there? Hello, is anyone there? Ah. Wait. Just walk past here. Is that a person? How lovely. It's been a long time since I talked to anyone. ... What's wrong? You look lost. I am lost. Excuse me, tree. Are you the one talking? I'm completely out of ideas. When I try to create, I feel empty. When I try to create, I feel empty. That just makes more sense. Oh no! Oh no! Wait, you're looking for a machine? Sure. It isn't far. What? Really? What? That was literally my reaction. Can I go up?
If the last game featured Coda talking explicitly about his creative frustrations, this one turns it up to 11. Now, put yourself in my shoes.
You can help me solve this puzzle. We'll find the machine.
His work is exhibiting signs of struggle, frustration, anxiety, depression, even. And yet, still, he keeps making games. He keeps throwing himself into the grinder, even when he clearly doesn't have the energy for it anymore. Why? What is it for? Because
I don't know.
From my perspective at the time, and just what I knew of him,
come along, I'll show it to you.
This was a result of how isolated he was. He was in his own little bubble.
Oh, I can't.
Just sitting at his computer all day.
Hey, I recognize this.
Games to anyone, not releasing them onto the internet.
Oh, wonderful.
And so he didn't
tell me how to do it.
have anyone outside of himself to connect with. He had no outlet to ground himself on.
First you have to open the door. Okay, now what? Now you press the switch here. There we go. Ha! That was so simple.
Talk yourself out of loneliness. It doesn't work that way.
That's true. Loneliness is just loneliness.
You can't be the one writing both the questions and the answers.
What is this?
Then there's no movement.
What?
Then there's no circulation. If all of your anxieties are being channeled into your work, then if the work ever fails, you have no backup and you're just going to crash.
Okay, here we are. What are you talking about? There's no machine here. There are just words and some... There is no machine here. Trust me, you'll see. See what? You have to say the game development is simple and joyous and that you love it 100% of the time. Okay. I get it. You're breaking your walls. But it wasn't Why did the walls just crumble? Why did you feel so awful when I said... But it wasn't true. Don't worry about it, just keep talking. Keep saying that creation is easy. Right, when I make games I feel completely energized. No, I do not. Yes, that's wonderful. Keep going.
Seeing this game at the time that he made it, it looked really unhealthy to me. I was watching him do this to himself, and I hated it. I hated seeing him so
I don't like the background crying. That's a bit too much.
trapped. It's like, video games are not worth this amount of suffering. This is someone I really cared about. And I used to get so much joy out of seeing him create. For him to suddenly become angry and frustrated like this, it was the worst thing for me. I don't know. This is what I felt at the time. I don't know how else to explain it. I wanted it to stop more than anything. I never felt so rotten. I just...
Back to the prison.
Needed more than I had ever needed anything for this to stop.
Hello? Are you okay?
But it didn't stop.
I think I've gone blind.
This one, Coda takes another 7 months and comes up with a new game.
The machine. Guard. Excuse me, guard. Ma'am, glad to see you've arrived safe. Excuse me, I'm no ma'am. I am a man. That sounds so similar. We've captured the machine. It's waiting for you now. Begin the interrogation whenever you like. I intend to be quick. Flick the lever. Flick the lever. Just be warned that someone called the press, so we might have a bit of a... Also, one more thing that you should know: a machine calls itself Coda. Of course it does. Shut up, shut up. No comments. Go away. Get your camera out of my face. Alright. Machine, what the hell are you doing? You stopped.
And of course,
Alright.
it's the machine.
You stopped feeding us. Your work was keeping us alive. Your work was keeping us healthy. Those people out there, blah blah, it was only because of your creation. How could you possibly go back to first one? You need to go and apologize to them. You do, but people, I've been so alone because he was talking about loneliness before. Apologize for leaving me. No, nothing. Think carefully. I know how to hurt you. I've seen the things you've No, nothing. Can you start? Alright then, I will apologize to the people on your behalf. Can I open this now? Woo! This is not what was... there was a corridor here before. Excuse me, press. Hello. My friends. It falls on me to deliver bad news. It falls on me to deliver bad news. Follow me, we will destroy the machine. Follow me, we will destroy everything that the machine created. Oh. That the machine created. Oh no. Hello? Oh. Oh. Oh no.
So now the work is becoming self-destructive. And I'll tell you, at the time that I first played this game, shortly after he made it, here's what I'm thinking to myself. I'm thinking that Code is stuck in his own head, and that it's having a very negative effect on him, and that all he needs to do is just start showing his work to people, to get some actual feedback on his games. It might get him out of isolation.
Oh!
And so, as I'm thinking this,
Destroy
I
everything.
realize that I
Destroy
could be the one to
everything.
initiate it. Because it would never occur to Coda to start actively soliciting feedback, so what if I did it for it? If he could see the difference it would make to have actual conversations with other human beings, would that bring him out of his mental spiral? Would it give him confidence in himself? Would it bring meaning back into his work?
I like how you're destroying everything just because, like, ooh, I didn't realize I could fall through.
Showing Coda's work to people. I took this one, and the islands which you just played, the theater, the notes, the house cleaning game, and some of
you took all his failed creations and put them together.
That I knew and trusted. I asked their opinions, and the great part is that they really loved his games.
I'm falling. Could you help?
Part of it all was just to give him some external reference point, but they genuinely loved his work.
Hello.
There was nothing for him to be afraid of.
What? And there's the machine again. Backed into a corner. I can't move, so put down your weapon. I cannot do that. I have no button to. No, put down your weapon. No, slowly, just slowly put down your weapon. Just back into your holster. I was gonna say pocket. I have to shoot.
Can you see why I felt like this was the right thing to do? Because it's the thing that I always feel like I need to be told that my work is good. That I am good. When someone really connects with a thing that I've made, when they see themselves purely in my work, there's nothing that feels better. And I got to give that very same feeling to my friend. I did something. I really felt like I'd done something good. Like I was a good person. I felt like there was a friend who was in trouble and was unhappy and maybe didn't like themselves, and I could fix it. If I could give him this gift, maybe I could fix the problem. When they told me how much they enjoyed his games, it was the best feeling. It was the absolute best feeling. It made me feel so happy. So beautifully happy.
And black. Yeah, there we go.
So anyway, Coda finishes this game, and then really he just kind of takes off for a while. So this is June of 2011, and I didn't hear anything from him for several weeks, I guess. And so out of nowhere, one day I get an email, and it's got a private link to a new game of Coda's.
Right.
This one is called The Tower, and to my knowledge, it's the last game that Coda ever made.
The Tower. Alright, I'm just gonna apologize, but I'm gonna end it here, actually, because I feel like there is a lot more left of the game. But chapter 16, oh Christ, I didn't realize I'd play it through so many fucking whatever. It's kind of heartbreaking. Well, it's both relatable and kind of heartbreaking on how he goes through the process of trying to push himself to make the things that he likes making. But then you see the fact that there's creative block, and then there's the fact that you can't really control if you can make something good just because you want to make it, but then suddenly you have no ideas to make it, and then you just flop and you can't do anything. But for now, this has been Quazzar, signing out, and I'll see y'all next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. This modern art speaks to me.